Hello, welcome back to another video. Bearded Iron here. Today I'm going to tell you why you should be throwing your weighing scales in the bin sooner rather than later. Now I understand how obsessed we can get by that weekly weighing. That number becomes our be all and end all when it comes to how we're progressing. We drive ourselves nuts trying to get that number down week after week, month after month. It can be our biggest achievement, but it can also be our biggest discouragement. There's days where I just didn't feel like working out, all because of what that number told me first thing on the morning. I felt like giving up the whole fitness journey. Now, there's a lot of common misconceptions when it comes to weight. What you've got to realise is that weight loss and fat loss are two totally different things. You want to lose fat. You don't necessarily want to lose weight. Your body weight comprises of three things. Number one is lean body mass. Number two is body fat. And number three is water weight. Now your water weight can fluctuate massively day to day. This can be due to sodium intake, cheat meals, creatine, dehydration. This is one of the biggest problems we see when weighing ourselves, especially after a holiday. If you've had a few days off from eating clean, you could be 6 pounds heavier. But I can guarantee that this isn't fat. This is water weight due to glycogen holding onto the water and water retention, probably due to the increase in sodium, salt. Now, a word of warning. One of the reasons everyone always loses a large amount during that very first week is due to glycogen stores depleting after a week of eating clean. This means you're holding a lot less water. So don't get discouraged if week number 2 doesn't see the same progress as week number 1. Another body composition factor is muscle. You don't want to lose muscle. Muscle has a high energy demand. This means the more muscle you have, the more calories your body needs to maintain its weight. This essentially means you have a higher TDEE, which stands for your total daily energy expenditure. Simplified, this means you can eat more and still lose that body fat. A prime example, you only need to look at a stage-ready bodybuilder. These dudes eat 5,000 calories a day just to maintain their muscle mass, and you don't see an ounce of fat on them. The best way to stay positive and motivated is to not focus or lose your mind due to that number on the scale. This is coming from my own personal experience. Hands down, the best way to track your progress is through measurements and through what you look like in the mirror and how your clothes fit. That scale isn't accurately going to tell you how well you're doing, because you may get on the scale one day and it went up by 6 pounds because you're retaining water or you're gaining muscle, which is a whole other thing. And I don't want that to have a negative effect on you. You may be on the right path, doing absolutely everything right, yet completely sack it all off due to what that scale says. So step away from the scale, take measurements and photos. The scale is bad news. But if you're adamant you want to keep the scales, I recommend weighing yourself every day, then adding up the entire week and dividing it by 7. This will give you your average weight for the entire week. This way, you're allowing for all the weight fluctuations. As long as your average weight is going down week after week, you're smashing it. If this video was at least a little bit helpful, I want you to please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and take a look at one of these videos. Until next time, Bearded Iron out.